Yo, so spring break has officially come to an end. So you know what that means. Beyblade Origins, baby!
Yeah, baby!
A series where I talk about the history behind a Beyblade beast, how the bit beast and the trainer are alike, and the potential thought processes behind its inclusion in the series. Today we're talking about someone who needs no introduction, but he's getting one anyway. The previous Beyblading champion and the golden boy himself, Free De La Hoya. This dude has been through a lot of tough matches, but with his stamina stealing ability, he always ends up soaring to the top, which makes him and his Fafnir very tough to beat. Speaking of Fafnir, his story is a doozy.
Fafnir, spread your wings.
That was legitness.
Yeah, it was.
So just like Valtryek, Fafnir is also originally from Norse mythology, and he actually started life as a dwarf of all things, being one of the 4 sons of the legendary Hreidmar, the Dwarf King. Just like his brothers, Fafnir was a powerful sorcerer that can shapeshift into any creature he chooses, preferably a worm or a dragon. But unlike them, he was considerably more powerful and more aggressive. His transformation started once Loki, the god of mischief, you know him, everyone knows him, killed one of Fafnir's brothers by accident. After seeing this, Fafnir and his family of course got furious and demanded Loki to give them their fallen brother's weight in gold. While Loki goes to find some, he ends up stumbling upon an awesome looking ring called Anvernot. This ring has a powerful curse casted upon it that makes anyone obsessed with it, causing misery and misfortune to whomever wields it. Loki decides to give this ring to the Dwarf King as payment, and the ring quickly took control of him and his family, making everyone completely obsessed with it. In order to get the ring and his father's treasure for himself, Fafnir teamed up with his brother Regan to kill his father. And once it was all said and done, Fafnir slowly began to shapeshift into a powerful, greed-hungry dragon to scare his brother off for good, and decided to stay in that form to guard his treasure alone for years on end. When it comes to the original Fafnir's appearance, he was an enormous, hideous-looking dark dragon with bloodshot eyes, flaming nostrils, and huge bat-like wings. He also liked to shroud himself with poison gas so that no one can even come close to stealing his treasure. He was later slain by a young warrior named Siegfried. Long story aside, right off the bat we can see how he relates back to Vanish and Wizard Fafnir. Like how Wizard Fafnir is a play on the fact that a sorcerer dwarf is in the form of a powerful dragon. Even though this dude is very powerful in his own right, he still gets looked down upon like how I used to look down on Torbjorn in Overwatch, until I actually tried him and ended up actually liking him. Anyways, it makes sense as to why these two bays slowly whittle away at your stamina as well. It's just like the actual Fafnir's cloud at work. The difference of course being that it steals their spin as well as slowly taking them out. And the similarities don't stop there. It's just a thought, but this makes me think that unlike the original Fafnir's treasure being depicted as physical gold and jewelry, Free's version of the treasure is actually himself and his #1 spot. This dude's intensity is very reminiscent of a dragon. And instead of greed like in the myth, Free's desire to be on the top is what drives him to be the best. But it was also his downfall too. It made him isolate himself and obsessively train to get stronger. But because of his obsession, he self-destructed himself and lost the match against the young hero. A lot like Fafnir's reaction to his obsession with the cursed ring, the ring that supposedly causes misfortune and chaos to whomever wields it. Also, Free is literally called the Golden Boy, so maybe that's where they got his color scheme from too. Siegfried, the young warrior that took Fafnir down, might also be a bit of an inspiration for Volt, since he's the one that took down Free during the tournament. And because of those little puppet shows where he looked just like the hero. The same can be said with Dante's Ace Dragon 2 when he beat Wizard Fafnir. Isn't it cool how this show aligns with the myth? Like, it really makes me appreciate the planning that goes into the series, which is sadly a lot better than Marvel nowadays. Anyways, alright, that's all I really have for this episode. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. Did I miss anything? Is there another bay you want to see? Let me know because we're in this together. Plus, making these videos and talking to you all is actually really fun. Until then, I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out.